Power, innovation, and creativity are all at your fingertips when you are coding. But first, what is coding? This is the question that I get asked at least 5 times a day, whether it's from my fellow peers or my well-educated teachers. No one seems to really understand what coding is. So, with this lack of understanding for coding, there's obviously a major issue associated with it because of the negative stereotype that surrounds coding. Unfortunately, all my peers just view coders as hardcore nerds who live in their mother's basements and eat and breathe computers. But obviously, this is not the case, at least not always. So, almost every Saturday, I welcome in a group of students into the local library in efforts to teach them how to code in an environment that fosters creativity, innovation, and strips away all these negative connotations associated with coding. So now, you may be wondering, what child in their right mind would willingly subject themselves to learn how to code for fun on the weekends? Well, let me tell you, I was thinking the same thing too. But to my amazement, every single Saturday, I see kids with their pudgy adolescent faces pressed up against the door, and you can see how eager they are to learn. So now, you may be wondering, why is it even important for kids or even adults to learn how to code? So I'd first like to start with this. I define computer programming and coding as a foreign language that allows us to communicate with our technology, and it allows us to tell our technology what to do. So in today's world, we typically define a foreign language to be Spanish or French or Mandarin or any language not spoken in our native country. I've personally been taking Spanish ever since the 3rd grade, along with my peers who have been taking Spanish, French, or Latin. But it's interesting, though, that we've never considered computer programming or coding to be a foreign language. Instead, it's always been a bunch of numbers and gibberish, which we believe that only the math and science gods can handle or master. So it's also interesting that almost every school in America requires students to take a foreign language, almost at any grade level. So when learning a foreign language, it's almost inevitable that you are going to struggle. I mean, they say rolling your R's in Spanish is just like making a motorcycle noise, but when I try, I just end up spraying the person in front of me with spit. So with this struggle, you sometimes wonder, why am I even learning Spanish in the first place? It's not like I'm going to live in Spain anytime soon. But then you're reminded that it allows you to dive into a new culture and communicate with so many new people. And the same applies for computer coding. But computer coding can be defined far beyond just a foreign language. It can also be defined as a universal language. Computer coding is not just something native to one country. It's something that can be learned anytime and anywhere. This universal language allows us to communicate with people not only in America, and it allows us to communicate with not only technology in America, but it allows us to communicate with the whole world. So how many of you in this room own iPhones or any sort of smartphone? So how many of you would honestly die without it? So how many of you have ever wondered how those little tiny apps on your phone that you use every day got there? I can tell you, it's not magic for sure. So let me tell you, someone spent a countless number of hours slamming down on the keyboard, typing all that code that makes your app function the way it does. And code just doesn't allow your phone to function the way it does. It also is what makes your car, tablet, computer, thermostat, and TV, and many more things that you use in your daily life work the way they do. So, coding really allows us to communicate with our technology that plays such a dominant role in our lives, and it really allows us to explore the world of computers. Coding also allows us to be able to create an impact on both local and global communities. Coding is something that is so extraordinary, and it has really changed my life personally. Coding is truly the foreign language and the universal language of the 21st century. So with that, I encourage you to not be intimidated by coding. I encourage you to use this powerful tool and to make an impact on the world. And lastly, I encourage you to learn how to code. Thank you.